Ahoy and welcome aboard. I'm still on the ship, just in my cabin. That was a really good night's sleep actually, just being gently rocked to sleep like a baby. It was very nice. And yeah, the engines are quite loud. If you've been on a cruise ship, you know how top-notch and silent they are. If you've been on the ferry from Spain to the UK, you know that's a pretty good middle ground. And this one, yeah, not so much. And also the no smoking indoors doesn't seem to apply because everyone's just smoking in the dining room, so yeah. Also, food's really expensive. I just paid 26 euros for a can of Coke, a salad, some chips, and a whole pork knuckle. It was probably the pork knuckle that did it, but also nothing's got any pricing on, so you don't find out till the end, and I wonder why no one else has taken it. Anyway, I got absolutely rinsed. Didn't even have enough cash, so I promised I'd go back and give them the final few euros, but I got absolutely rinsed. But I am so full.
Welcome back. That was pretty good sailing actually. We just had to wait for all the lorries to get out so they could lift up the big sort of trap that all the bikes live under, but that's them out now. So yeah, we're just gonna get off the ferry, get through the port. I'll get somewhere that seems good to stop, and then I'll find a hotel for the night. Of course, I had expected to get a signal earlier so I could book the hotel, but anyway, that's that done. So there we go. I'm the only English biker, everyone else is from Italy. Try and get some air over that jump. Oh, I could do with some air. Ready. Here we go. Oh, that's better already. Try not to get hit by the lorries. And there we go. That was the ferry from Italy to Greece. Fairly straightforward. Just got to figure out how to get out now. And as you can see, the sun's already pretty much set. So all we're going to do now is just get out, stop somewhere decent, find a hotel for the night, and away we go. I think all the passport control is just about to come up. So there we go. And all those motorbikes back there, of course, they're on a guided tour. So it's very weird having just slept for most of the day, only waking up for lunch, to now go straight to a hotel. But to be honest with you, there's not really much choice. I don't think there's going to be a security control actually. I think we're just going to be released out into the open. Gotta say, the front end feels really weirdly light actually. My plan is I'm just going to take the first turn into the first sort of village, and we'll go from there really. So that's my sort of plan, is literally like the first turn off, I'll take that. Exit, yeah, actually I'm going to turn off to this petrol station. Just going to find the nearest affordable hotel really, book myself into that and get myself on the way to the hotel. It does feel really weird actually, having just basically spent the whole day doing nothing, but there's not really much I can do. There we go, there's the petrol station. Welcome back. Right, I think I found a hotel. It looks good enough, and it's 2.5 kilometers away. That's the most important thing, because I don't really like riding at night, but the sat-nav's found where we are. And one useful thing about TomTom is they've also, when you arrive somewhere, they change the clock to match the country you're in. So useful. Right, this hotel, a lot of the website says about late minute arrival and late night arrival off the ferry, so very helpful I believe. So I'm just making my way along 1.6 kilometers. I'm not stopping for anyone, and I'm quite surprised actually there was no sort of customs or anything like that, but of course that was probably all done, that was sort of all done prior to that. But I've got to say, if you want to smuggle someone illegally from Italy to Greece, all they need to do is go and use an official passport, and a motorbike helmet, go and check in at the check-in area. Then you've got hours and hours to swap person. Not once has anyone actually made me take my helmet off and made my face actually match the passport. I did it at check-in, but of course I could just be the decoy. I could be sending the real person to be smuggled, and all they need to do is get on and say, hello, my name's Jack. There was very, very little to stop me swapping identities with someone else, because there's that huge gap in the middle. So this is a bit of a sketchy area. I think there's a lot of caravans and motorhomes and cars up on there. I'm sure it'll look good in the day. Yeah, we're not going to hang around here. The hotel seems nice, so I'm just going to park it right by the front doors. And again, wow! Rooms and apartment, Paradossi. Yeah, this is us. Seems okay. Oh, it's got a garage, brilliant. Right, let's go say hello here. Gotta say, initial impressions, it's not great, but the door's open, so that's a start. Just need to see a little man at a desk now. Okay, it didn't look very promising, but they answered the phone quite quickly, and they spoke English, and they said, yeah, you can have a room for tonight. So I'm sure he's just going to appear. I'm going to see if I can put the motorbike in this garage bit. Might be onto a winner. Let's wait and see. Well, hello. As you've just seen, we're off the ship and we're now in the hotel. So could have really pre-planned this, but I'm glad I didn't tell them a specific time of arrival, because the ship departed 3 hours later than originally planned, plus an hour later than it said it would originally now go for, if that makes sense. So anyway, we're at the hotel. Seems to be a bargain, €45, but the motorbike's in the garage. And the only thing I'm nervous about is they've got my passport, they've taken my passport. Apparently it's quite common in Europe. Normally they should photocopy it and then give the real thing straight back to you. But it's late night arrival, and I'm just trusting that I'll get it back in the morning. But I've had a quick read online, and apparently it's quite a normal thing in some parts of Greece to ask for your passport and then just hold it. So tomorrow night I'm going to give them my driving licence and see if that's better, because I'd rather lose my driving licence than lose my passport, because then I'd be in big trouble. So anyway, hopefully it's all based on trust and I'll get it back. So let me give you a quick tour of the room, and I need to remember to not drink the tap water. So let's have a look. So straight up, there's the door. Here's the bathroom, although of course there's no shower hook up there, so it's going to be a very low down shower. So that's that, all good, very clean. And go around here, strange little kitchenette. Little pots and pans and things. I'm just going to check the fridge, see if there's any water in it. Nah, would have loved a bottle of water anyway. I've got enough for tonight. Double bed, single bed, and cupboard, desk and stuff. Massive TV, I've only just spotted that, that's pretty cool. Pretty useful. And then, don't know. I think there's a small balcony out there, but I'll check in the morning. So there we go, pretty decent. And if you're wondering what type of plugs they use this one, which is very common all over Europe. So I'll chat to you in the morning. Well, hello, you join me in very sunny Greece. We're just in the garage and we're just about to get going. So the first stop of today is a bridge over Letskio Stream. It seems very, very cool. Brilliant. Right, that's the hotel. Very, very good. And that was €45 plus a sort of €7, which I believe was the tourist tax, all for breakfast. I was not entirely sure why I had to pay the extra €7, but there you go. So I'll just let the bike warm up a little bit, and just going to check one thing in my jacket. Fantastic, that's all the faff complete, and the bike's warming up quite nicely. So let's get going. Yep, so we're just going to quickly nip back to the port, but it's only a few kilometres, and that'll keep the TomTom happy. And then once we've done that, we will be on track. But it also means that I can try and remember what the port actually looks like, because in 8 days' time I'm going to come back here, and I'll need to be remembering roughly where I've got to go and what to expect. So it's a Sunday today, and this is sort of the back roads of Igosmania. Now, I'm going to say it wrong, and I tried to pronounce it at the check-in office and they laughed at me, but it's Igosmania, Igos, something like that. Look, it's here, right? We're basically in mainland Greece at the moment, and the goal is to spend most of our time in the Peloponnese, which is this bit under Greece. And I've got to say, temperature-wise, it's absolutely spot on at the moment. This is 16 degrees Celsius, but it's very dry and very crisp, and it's absolutely wonderful. So if I can have this for 8 days, that would be spot on. Warm enough that I don't need the jumper, but cool enough I'm not boiling. And I think just on our right, I believe that's where we came in last night, on the fort. And you see that's the white ship with the yellow over it. That's Anek Lines, and that's what we'll be using in 8 days to get us out of here. And of course, again, try not to, if you're coming here, don't get confused between the ferry terminal and the cruise terminal. A cruise terminal is very different to a ferry terminal. Right, we are going on this road, and we're going to Preservia, which is not on the sign, so that's an awful start. So there was a big group of motorbikes on the ferry yesterday. They're all Italian, and they're all sort of the same age as well, so they're sort of what I think is the typical age of people who go on guided tours, sort of 40 plus, which is great if you're 40 plus, but I'm not there yet, and I don't know. Obviously if they're all English, talking to them would be easier, but I don't know. I have fun with people of that age. I won't name any because they'll all be sad that I said they were over 40, but I don't know. I like to faff a lot and sometimes have a really late start to the morning, and but it was a mix of bikes. I'd say it was 80% BMW and 20% the other choices. I think there was some sort of Kawasaki Tourer thing, which I haven't seen before. And there was some sort of Suzuki as well, so, but mainly the ones I recognised were BMW. Yeah, there are a few things I need to figure out. I just need to check out what a Greek speed camera looks like, so I know, am I looking for a little grey box, am I looking for a little yellow box? Not that I go over the speed limit at all, but just need to check, are they strange things on sticks, or do they not have any? I'd be surprised if they didn't have any, but there you go. And I just need to find out what the name for Greek petrol is as well. Mainly just so I put the right stuff in. Right, here we go. Oh god, I've messed this one up. Oh, I've messed that up. But in Greece, Greece and Italy, that's probably in the highway code. Right, that's enough distance now. Let's bring this back down. Anyway, it's quite loud, so I'll chat to you when I slow down a bit. Welcome back. We're just on a little sort of country lane now, and they look really great road surfaces, but what you can't really see on the camera is there's this fine layer of dust all over them, especially in the line you want to be, and it does not feel as sticky as I'd expect it to. And I certainly am drifting around the corners slightly, so I'm just taking it easy. But there definitely is some sort of powder on some of these roads. I think it's just a fine dust. But like just around here, can you see it around on the corner? It's sort of just exactly where you'd want to be. Just crossing it now, it's this sort of strange sort of, yeah, old dust sort of style. I think you can kind of see everyone's tyre marks in it as well, and it is, yeah, strange stuff. I think it's just like, yeah, just general dust really. One thing I wasn't expecting, of course, is there's so many random goats around here, but there's also dogs that have been like abandoned at the side of the road. Now, of course, I'm not an idiot, I'm not going to feed them, because if I feed them, then every tourist, they'll expect the tourist to have food, and then they'll go up to them with their little dog eyes, and then they'll be like, can you feed me please? And what you end up with basically is a bit of a problem. It's just like in Morocco, all the people that feed stray dogs in Morocco, I know you're trying to do a good thing, but what you're actually doing, well, what I'm actually doing is thinking, which one's the road? Must be this one. Oh, alright, this is a bit different. Hadn't expected this. So, if you are feeding stray dogs, I know you think you're doing a good thing, but what you're actually doing is making a problem for everyone else, because they'll then just assume that you've got food for them. So when you go to each country and you feed all these stray animals, I know you think you're helping, but you're not. You're creating more of a problem, because the stray animals live for longer, and also they believe that you generally will always have food for them as a tourist, and then they'll just go around to everyone asking them for food. Now, I hadn't expected this unpaved road, so this is a bit of a surprise to say the least. I'm hoping it's short and doesn't get any more than this, because although the bike looks like it does off-road, I'm not really into all that on my own with metal boxes. So I'm hoping this is a short-lived track. And TomTom, again, is normally really good at telling you, oh, by the way, this road's got unpaved, and I'd go, no thanks. And this would explain where all the dust and stuff has come from, because this is the exact same colour as the stuff on the road, just a bit heavier quantity. So I'm really hoping we get back to tarmac soon. Oh, is this tarmac? Yes! Up here, I guess. Go straight on. Thanks, TomTom. I'm not sure why I had to do that, to be fair, because this road looks like it continues all the way through that town. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I had to do that. Because it looked like there was a perfectly good road that led me through the town, but there you go. Oof. I'm just going to check all my vents are open. Yep. Just starting to heat up now. Although I've been told this is apparently Greece's perfect weather. It's not too hot and not too cold, so apparently this is one of the best times to visit weather-wise, so let's see how that goes. Oh, okay. You don't need a helmet around here, seemingly. Let's have a look. Should we say hi to this lady? Oh, the mirrors look good. Let's hope the mirrors don't lie. Look at this. It's just normal apparently. That's got to be a nice feeling though, riding along, wind in your hair. And as I say, a lot of the rules here in Greece and Italy and all the rest of it, a lot of them don't mean anything to anyone. Like when it says no smoking, there was a guy smoking right by the no smoking sign on the ferry. But like indoors, you're trying to eat your dinner and there's like 10 sort of greasy guys just sort of smoking. And nobody cares. Obviously they must be probably the truck drivers. But I've just seen a fair maiden with long flowing hair and an old man with long flowing hair as well. But yeah, back to what I was saying about camping. Let's see where we get to today. But actually I've got enough battery on everything to charge up all my devices. I'm a little bit annoyed I've brought another hard drive. I should have spent a bit more money and gone for a solid state drive, because it's one of those lacy ones which I thought they were all solid state, but seemingly not. I've brought a hard drive version, but I brought it in Switzerland, so there's no way I can go back now. But it does take quite a while to transfer data actually, which I didn't think would be a problem, but we're talking like 40 minutes, and on my rubbish laptop 40 minutes of battery is quite a large amount of time actually. Right, here we go, 8.8 kilometers on this road. We're getting closer to the bridge. Oh, we're still nowhere near the bridge. So we're still nowhere near the bridge. Gotta say, some of the views we're passing are amazing. I've got to say, there's some big flies around here. That one was like an actual stone. Cheers mate, thanks for that. Just what you want on a corner. Some random bloke on a moped to pull out. Thanks for that buddy, much appreciated. He tried to give me the nod like it was all cool. No mate. If he was a car, I'd be splattered then. It was only because he was small and seemed to be moving out the way I didn't have to panic too much. Well, you don't have to panic ever, but do you get what I mean? That's why my reaction was so calm, because I could see two ways to go around him. And I think he was sort of letting me go. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, one thing's for sure, they could do with a good old sweep of the roads, because there's gravel everywhere. Tom put me back on some better roads. This sucks. I mean, they're nice, scenic. It's nice to see how the Greek people live, but why it's got to do this to me, I don't know. I might brave lifting the visor up shortly as well, but I bet as soon as I lift it, a million flies will fly into my face. Ah, yep, love a bit of gravel. Cheers for that. Now, if you don't know already, I love olives. I am the main purchaser of all sorts of olives. So it's really nice to see just olive trees just hanging around. And if I lived here, there's no question what I'd grow. I'd have, ready? Some chilies, some tomatoes, and then I'd have some olives and some grapes. And that would probably do the job, to be honest. Maybe some lettuce. I'd probably just grow everything I like, really, but yeah. What's going on here? No way. Loads of honey. That's cool. And should we put the bridge, should we put the bench facing the scenic view? No, 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 just point it at the cliff top, mate. Don't point it out there. Speaking of scenic views, next time there's one of those places, I think I'll just stop and sit on the bench for a few minutes, sip some water. I can tell you where we actually are as well, because All I know we're in some sort of Greek countryside. I mean, this is unlike anything else though, isn't it? Let's crack the visor up. Whoa. Wow, this is magical. Sorry about the whistle, my helmet seems to develop a whistle every so often. So we don't need petrol, but we do need a bit of food, so gonna push on because it doesn't look like it's got oh, it's got a shop. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm just push on a little bit further, and if I don't find a shop within sort of 10 minutes, I'll come back to the petrol station, and I'm sure it's got food there. Here you go, some very large mountains in the distance, and something I didn't realise in Greece, there'd be snow on the top of them. Not a lot, to be fair, but there is. But there are remnants of snow. Yes, this looks better than a petrol station. Let's see if we can get something to eat here. Or even a table might be nice. Here is the slowest cafe in the world. We weren't getting anywhere anytime soon, so I'm giving up on this dump, and I'm going to go get a proper... Giving up on this dump, and I'm just going to go to a proper shop instead. You go in, no one says hi, and I don't really know who works here and who doesn't, so I'm giving up on that, because as much as it'd be nice to go to a cafe, they're very slow, and I've been there for quite a while, so I'm just going to nip round to the petrol station. Let's have a quick look. Oh, no, it doesn't look like what I expected at all. That's someone's house? This is a shop? Oh, it's one of these. Oh, why can't they just do things normally? Nah. Right, giving up. I'm gonna go and try that place. Oh, we might try this place. Okay, maybe this is where all the cafes are at. This has potential. It's not ram-packed. They might actually see me. Yeah, let's go to Cuello Capepe. This looks good. Yeah, this looks good.
After having probably the greatest meal of my life, all I wanted was some light entertainment. If only someone on a moped with a funny little Mohican would appear and start singing in the car park. My wish had been granted.
Okay. And that's just outside the restaurant, look. Brilliant. Absolutely, you've got to come here. Something to do with Noah's Ark, so what a place. Let's get on the road. Well, I've just had the greatest meal in the world. That was for €6. I think that's the best €6 I've ever spent in my life. And I just want to show you before I head off. Look at this review. You ready? Whoa. And it gets better. Look at